You are now listening to episode 14 of a self help podcast where we focus on lifting each other up and counting our blessings at the same time. We are your hosts. Hey, I'm Mia.
I'm Kiosha, and
And
this is
this is
Crazy
Crazy
Beautiful
Beautiful
Talks.
Talks. Welcome back to episode 2 of season 2. Okay, we are on season 2.
Yeah.
I am excited. I am happy that we are pushing through. I mean, we took a little break, but that was just, to make sure y'all was listening. Okay, we ended season 1 with Mindset March, and we released, we renewed, and we manifest. Now, in season 2, we're going to show you how to achieve happiness, okay? We all want to feel happy, and each of us in different ways. According to psychologytoday.com, here are 10 steps to increase your chances of being happy, okay? First one, be with others who make you smile. Studies show that we have happiness when we are around people who are happy. You know what I mean? Like, stick with those who are joyful and make sure it rubs off on you.
I like this just because you cannot be around people who are negative, who have those negative intentions, who are pessimistic. I'm a glass half full type of woman. So when I'm around those glass half empties, they definitely suck the energy out of me, and I am not smiling.
No, that is so true. Like when you're around people who worry and like you walk outside like, oh, it's raining, it's gonna be so sad. Like I look at it like, oh my God, it's earth watering, it's people and it's planet and making sure it's healthy. Like you got people, like she said, that will suck the energy out of you. If somebody walk in the room and is smiling ear to ear, you can't do nothing but smile. You know what I mean? You want to be around those people. But if you come in and somebody got an attitude or just looks sad, it just makes you feel sad and it makes you want to cheer them up. And you know what that's doing? It's sucking your happiness. If they're unhappy and you're happy and you try to make them happy, you're losing your happiness. You know what I mean? So I totally love that. Be around people who are happy. The next one. Hold on to your values. What you find true, what you know is fair, and what you believe in are all your values, okay? Over time, the more you honor them, the better you will feel about yourselves and the ones you love.
Definitely know your morals and your values. Know where you stand. Know what you will accept. Know what you will not accept, and stick to those. I know that line is so fine because there's some things that I'm like, I will never accept that, and then I accept it. And as a woman, I shouldn't. I should know my morals. I should know my values and stick to those and be around people who have those same morals and values.
Amen. You don't want to be around people that you have to like look at sideways and be thinking like, who raised you? Like honestly, where did you come from? Like under a rock, a planet? Like you don't want to be around those people because you just spend your time trying to figure out how their mind works. No. Be around people you share the same values. Like I'm not trying to say like values have to do religion or race or anything like that. Sometimes it do though. That plays a part in it sometimes. But you need to be around like-minded people as yourself because you don't want to spend your time trying to figure out people. You just want to live your life and be happy. The next one is accept the good. Look at your life and take stock of what's working. And don't push away something just because it isn't perfect. When good things happen, even the very little ones, let them in.
A good thing is I woke up this morning. A good thing is that I'm able to record this podcast, and we were able to come up with this idea and share the little nuggets that we have. Embrace it. Embrace your good. A good thing is that I get to get up tomorrow morning and go to a job that I love. A good thing is that we are creating a whole merchandise line for y'all that you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
love, and we're
Coming
excited
soon.
about. Embrace that good and run with it. Embrace it.
Amen. I look at it as more spiritual, like, so you can move on to your next step. You got to be humble and you have to be happy, grateful, all those things. Be happy for what you have because there's always someone that wants what you have and they don't have the ability, they don't have the contacts, they don't have the motivation,
Mindset.
they don't have the mindset, and be grateful that you have all of those things to be where you're at. You know you want to go more, but you also have to pat yourself on the back for what you do have and be thankful. And it'll help you feel better when you move on to that next step because you know, oh, I could be here, but I could also be happy when I'm here. I can also be happy when I'm here because it's all a mindset. If it was March, I would say mindset March, but it ain't March. So next, imagine the best. Don't be afraid to look at what you really want and see yourself getting it. Many people avoid this process because they don't want to disappoint if things don't work out. The truth is that imagining getting what you want is a big part of achieving it.
Imagination station. I imagine every day what I want. I imagine every day what I will have.
Mhm.
I imagine every day what I'm going to achieve. I am going to achieve the impossible. And I can't wait to receive everything that I imagine I'm going to get.
Okay, I totally agree with that. Like, just like we said in episodes before, like everything starts with a dream. You have to think of yourself in that space. You have to imagine yourself. Like, if you don't see yourself in that space, you won't even know how to get there. You know what I mean? No one else is going to see you there. You have to see yourself there, and you have to put your tunnel vision on and achieve your dreams. But like they said, everything starts with the dream or imagination. Okay. Next one, do things you love. Maybe you can Maybe you can't skydive every day or take vacations every season, but as long as you get to do the things you love every once in a while, you will find a greater happiness.
With that, we just took a trip to New Orleans with our family and
Mm.
some of our friends, and we had never done that. And doing that, even though it was, we'll probably only do it once a year, that was something that made us extremely happy and that we loved because we were able to be together. We were able to do new adventures, and it was just something big that we love. Smaller things is I like going skating.
Mhm.
I love going to day parties. I like going and hanging out with my kids and doing different little weird things that they're in. But just do things that you love. What do you love?
I just got into skating actually. I live in Long Beach, so we have a beach like literally 10-15 minutes away. And
Lucky.
every time we go out there, I see girls on skates and oh, I'm definitely doing that this summer. But what I wanted to add was doing things every once in a while that makes you happy, that brings you happiness, also helps you set goals. Like it makes you live for something. Like we probably planned that probably a month and a half before we actually went to New Orleans. And the whole time, the anticipation, it made me want to work harder. It made me, get things done so that when we go to New Orleans, I'm just free and I'm having fun, and when I come back, like, I can start my work. But it made me look forward to life if I
Yes,
must. It made me look forward to the future. So
Definitely. Find purpose. Those who believe they're contributing to the well being of humanity tend to feel better about their lives. Most people want to be a part of something greater than they are, simply because it's fulfilling.
Yeah, I totally agree. You have, like we were saying before, with do things you love. You got to find something. Like right now, I'm focused on my face. So everything I do, I'm like really figuring out a routine. Like, I'm finding purpose to keep going, to push through, to be happy. I mean, this is something that has made me feel down about myself. My face breaking out in pimples and blemishes and scars. So, my sole purpose right now is to find a facial remedy that works. I mean, it takes a lot of time to, perfection. Beauty is pain, girls. So, it takes some time. So, my purpose right now just to keep me happy and push forward and have something to do every day besides homework and kids and dinner and cleaning, something that focuses on me only. I found my purpose. Well, not my purpose, but my purpose for this moment. You know what I mean? It's to fix my face. What's your purpose?
My purpose right now, I would say, is to grow our business. That's like, I want to be able to help as many women, young girls as possible. And I feel that these topics that we touch on, these, like in our last episodes, the books that we present and everything, that is my biggest purpose. My purpose has always been helping people. I mean, that's why I'm in social services, but that is my biggest purpose right now, is growing our business to the best of our abilities.
Amen.
Next, listen to your heart. You are you are the only one who knows what fills you up. Your family and your friends may think you be great at something that really doesn't float your boat. It can be complicated following your bliss. Just be smart and keep your day job for the time being.
I totally get that. It's like you have a job. Like you could talk probably speak more on this. Like you have a job, a career and a job that you spend a lot of time at, but you have a dream and you still have to take care of your family, but you also need to listen to your dream too. You also need to listen to what makes you happy, because sometimes you do things just for money. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, not saying you're a prostitute, but even like prostitutes, like some of the, I know prostitutes, I know some prostitutes, I know strippers, I know dancers, I know all types of entertainment, and majority of the time that's not what they want to do. They're doing it for their family. Their dream is to be an esthetician, or their dream is to be a nurse, or, that's what they want to be. That's where their heart is. But they're doing this because this is what pays the bills. Like, it's okay to be at a job that you don't like, but you need to think about what you're doing that for. You're doing that for your family, but you also need to think about yourself. You need to find something that speaks to your heart, that gives you a purpose to move forward every day and makes you want to be a better person.
So me personally, like you said, I have my job. Well, actually, it's my career. And I'm in my career because that is my passion. That is my purpose. I've been in social services since 2007, and I'm able to help families daily. And now I'm in supervision to where I'm able to guide and mold my employees so that they're able to help and be a big part, positive part of someone's life. Now, my passion, okay, together with my purpose is this, okay, and what we're doing with our podcast, and to one day be on every stage in the world showing women how to believe in themselves and achieve their dreams and creating their best selves. Now, the great thing about me is, in conjunction with what I'm doing, the field that I'm in, I also do that there too. A lot of people aren't that lucky. And I thank the stars, the universe, God, every day that I'm able to get up every day and go to a job that I love and then come here and build my goals and my dreams and my life that I love as well. Push yourself, not others. It's easy to feel that someone else is responsible for your fulfillment, but the reality is that it's really your choice. Once you realize that, you have the power to get where you want to go. Stop blaming others or the world, and you'll find your answers much sooner.
I love that. Like, it's your choice what makes you happy or what you get yourself into. Like, a lot of these kids are like blaming their parents and everything else. No, it's your choice whether you use your background or your past or whatever to charge you to move forward and motivate yourself. Yeah, I'm sick of people saying like, "Oh, my daddy wasn't there, my mama wasn't there." Those
Mm.
are real concerns that may, mess with people or mess with your future, but you have to choose whether it does or not. You choose those things that happen and you build off of them. You know what I mean? You don't sit in them. There's a lot of reasons why I could have just went down and, not taking care of my kids and just been a nothing, a bum. There's the reasons I could have backed up that. But I didn't let those bad things do that to me. I chose to let those things make me stronger and push harder. So don't blame other people. Take accountability for your life and take charge.
Crutches, like you said, those obstacles, those things that you have to get through, you cannot let those be that crutch
Mm-hmm.
stop your life. Everyone has crutches, temptations, negative things that happen in their life literally daily, no matter how big or how small. But it's your choice to be happy. It's your choice to love and to achieve what you want to do. Be open to change. Even if it doesn't feel good, change is the one thing you can count on. Change will happen. So make contingency plans and emotionally shore yourself up for the experience.
Yeah, I like okay. This is like I forgot what movie this was. It was a movie. And basically like when things were coming, they had options of how they would react. Like a bullet's coming. Okay, I can run or I'll get shot or I could duck and I won't get shot or I can grab this paper or whatever and block the bullet. You know what I mean? So it had different options of what would happen if something bad was to happen, if something good was to happen. You need to not let yourself get surprised. That's how I'm taking this. Don't be open to change. If you know something is about to happen, you need to weigh out your options. That's how I feel. So you're not like shocked if something doesn't go your way. I always feel like, okay, not, it's kind of negative thinking because you want to be like, okay, I'm going to achieve this and I'm going to make it happen and that's what's going to happen. But if you start being like, oh, but what if this happened? It could be a little negative.
Ooh,
But you
that's
need to
anxious.
have those options. You need to prepare yourself. Okay, it cannot go as planned, but what will happen if it doesn't go as planned? Let's have an option B. Let's have an option C. So,
And in my mind, I take it as being open minded, being open to change,
mm-hmm.
knowing, like you said, things might not go as planned, but guess what? Instead of being upset about things not going as planned, instead of being mad all the time or not accepting it, you accept it. You say, okay, this is what I can do next to still step forward. It might not be as big as a step, but I'm still going forward. Let's go. That's how I see it. Being open minded about everything, about every situation, and just open to change. Bask in the simple pleasures. Those who love you, treasured memories, silly jokes, warm days, and starry nights. These are the ties that bind and gifts that keep on giving. Happiness and fulfillment are within grasp, but sometimes just out of reach. Understanding what works best for you is the first step in finding them more often.
Now, this one, bask in the simple pleasures. It's like, your mind just keeps going and going and going. Sometimes you need to slow down and enjoy what's happening at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, you want to think about your next move. Oh, I got to get this merchandise. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, this homework assignment. Oh, I have to clean this. Sometimes when you're with your family and you're at the movies or you're eating or anything like that, you need to enjoy what's going on at that moment. It makes it so much better. You know what I mean? Because then have conversations with your family and really enjoy their company because time moves fast, people.
Time moves too fast.
Time
You
moves
have to enjoy the simple pleasures. Like yesterday, I told my sister, I am going to sit here, I'm going to just work. You know what I did do? I enjoyed two Lifetime movies. Okay.
fast.
That was my simple pleasure yesterday. I had my snacks and I enjoyed two Lifetime movies because sometimes enjoying the simple things is what you need in your life.
Yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Okay, so now we're going to get to the question portion of the week. Okay, question number one, Kiosha. What do you think the secret to happiness is?
Whoa. Personally, I think the secret to happiness is knowing who you are, knowing who you decide to be around, and accepting who you are and who you decide to be around no matter what. When you try to change people because you expect them to be you or vice versa, that's when things don't work and things don't align. But I think honestly, being happy is accepting who you are and accepting who other people are on some real shit. It's that
Ding,
simple.
ding, 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 ding. Acceptance. I think I feel the same exact way. I think acceptance is the secret to happiness. Accepting who you are, accepting who people are around you, accepting your circumstances, accepting your hair, accepting your face, accepting your challenges, accepting your disabilities, accepting who you are and wanting to build off of it. Like, I accept who I am, but I also know that there are some things that I can work on, just like everybody else. But what the first step to happiness is acceptance. So I totally agree with what you're saying. Acceptance. Once you accept your circumstances, now it's clear. Like, I know what's wrong. Like, I know how to get out of this. This is my problem. My problem is I don't manage money well. I accept that. You
I
know what
accept
I mean?
doesn't mean you don't have it doesn't mean you can't work on it, but you
Exactly.
accept your current stance.
I accept that I have an attitude problem.
I'm
I accept that. But
still working on that.
exactly. That doesn't mean I need to stop working on it. I mean, accepting something doesn't mean, okay, I'm fixed, I'm done. Like, this is who I am. No, accepting is, okay, I know my flaws and I know my strengths. So what do I need to do to work on these specific flaws. Because if you don't know yourself and you don't know your flaws and you don't know what's wrong with you, then how you gonna fix anything? Right? So it's knowing, like she said, knowing your flaws and accepting them, and then taking the proper steps to move on in life.
Moving on now.
Second question: what makes you happier, having a good career or having a loving partner? You gotta pick one. Is that hard though? Is that even in the same category though?
Okay. So let me go for I am currently not in a relationship. Um, I love my career. I love my job. I love what we do. I love how many people I'm able to help. But there's nothing like that person that loved you right. Now, when you're in a messed up relationship, no, obviously I'm gonna my career.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to have a man that loves me right and treats me right. And I honestly think that would make me happier.
Happier. I totally agree. I mean, not saying a career is, something you happy and you make money, right? What's the definition of a career
A career,
opposed to a job?
a career is something that you're going to do lifelong. It's like a job is like,
Temporary.
most people, yeah, a job is temporary. Most careers are lifetimes. Like I'm going to retire from my career.
I get what you're saying. And
Yeah,
career sometimes is not always about money, right?
yeah, exactly. It's about your
Okay.
fulfillment. It's about your
Well,
purpose.
I've never really even had a career. So, I mean, right now, this is what I want to be my career. I want to influence people. I want to talk to women. I want to influence women to live a happy and better life. I am just now getting into my career. Not only that, I am just now being in a relationship that is an adult relationship. Okay. This is my first time actually being in an adult relationship because I don't, even my kid's father, I was young and, whatever. But at this point in my life, I would rather have a loving partner because let me tell you why. A loving partner will be there to support you in your dreams. They will be there to push you to do your dreams. So it's kind of like if you have a partner, it's like a 2-for-1. You know what I mean? Like if you have a career, ain't nobody in your career ain't saying, "Go girl, go get a man, girl, go get a
Exactly.
man." No,
No.
no, 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 no. But if you're in a really loving partnership in a relationship, he wants or she wants to see you at your best and wants you to do better in life. So they will push you to be in a career. So at this point, I would say I would want a partner and then I will get the career. So I get both of them. Okay.
Now, where this takes us to the physical health portion of the show. According to clinical psychologist Ryan Howes, well-being is associated with balance, understanding, acceptance, and constant growth. Below, you'll find 15 ways to help you flourish and thrive for your well-being. Number one, accept your emotions. The key is to give yourself unconditional permission to feel your feelings. Feel your emotions. Feel every single thing. Some people spend more time avoiding their emotions than they do focusing on them. And that just makes things so much worse.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like you have to get it over with, if lack of better terms. Like once you let yourself feel the next time it won't be so intense, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like a roller coaster ride, okay? You're anticipating getting on this roller coaster, okay? And you're like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to feel that emotion. I don't want to express myself that way. I don't want to do that. But then you end up getting on the roller coaster and it's not as bad as you thought. You know what I mean? It was scary. I mean, it was pretty traumatizing, but if you was to get on that roller coaster, you would know what to expect. You
And
know what
next
I
time it
mean?
wouldn't be so bad.
Exactly. And the next time it won't be so bad. And if you do it again, it'd be like, riding a bike. Like, the first time you ride a bike, you're like, oh, I'm falling. But the more you exercise that emotion, the more you can have control over that emotion because you know yourself when you're feeling it. So you have to first let yourself feel it first. Okay, number two, take daily risks. Structure and routine are important, but you also might get stuck in a rut. And that means you're not growing, Howell says. Taking certain risks can be healthy and rewarding.
When I think about taking risks, I take it to the extremes and then take it down to the many things. I think we took a risk with doing our podcast, but I think it was a very good risk because it was something that we wanted to do. It is something that we are passionate about. It is something that we see ourselves doing for the rest of our lives. So I think that was an awesome risk that we decided to take, and I'm excited for the adventure.
Exactly. I feel like it depends on what it is that you want in your life. What do you want to add in your life, and you have to take those risks. Like if you want a friend or something, you got to take a risk. You got to like send a friend request or go down your hallway and introduce yourself to people, because you're not going to meet anybody new if you're cooped up in your house and you're not willing to take that step. I know you want to sit around and want things to come to you, but sometimes you have to step out on your own 2 feet and just take daily risks. Like, just it's time to put yourself out there if you want to achieve happiness and success. So,
That part.
that part.
Live in the present. Mental health tends to become challenged when we get stuck in what used to happen or what people did to me,
Mm.
rather than taking responsibility in what I am doing or creating today, right now. According to psychotherapist Jeffrey Sumber, he encouraged readers to live in the present without hyper focusing on the future or the past.
I understand where he's coming from. Like, it can cause a lot of anxiety and
Mm,
worry and stress. You know what I mean? Particularly like the future. You're like, I want to be this. I want to do this. I need to do this. And you're so focused on what you need to do, you're not taking care of yourself and you're not enjoying the little things. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not taking risk in nurturing to your soul. And like I said earlier, you focused on the past. You can't see what's ahead of you. You're so focused on what others did to you and what was taken from you and everything. You can't focus on you and rebuilding you and being happy and successful. So I totally agree with Jeffrey Somber. Okay. You need to like bask in the ambience, or what is it called? Like, be happy with what you have now. So we've been saying that this whole episode. Be happy and accept what you have now.
I agree as well. Being in the past, you always think to yourself, like, oh, well, when I tried this before, it didn't work. So why would it work now? You're
Mm.
just speaking negative into your situation. You're speaking negative into what positivity you could have going forward. And then, like you said, when you think about the future, yes, you think about the future all the time to a certain extent. But if you are fixated on it, your mind is fixed on it, you're having anxiety about what you need to do to get to your goal, when you need to take one simple step, one push every day to get where you want to go. And I promise you will make it there.
Be introspective. Avoid coasting through life without assessing yourself. Summer said, for instance, he periodically asked himself questions such as, am I in denial about anything or resisting anything anywhere in my life?
Hmm. Now, when I think about being introspective, I think about sometimes you do have to question yourself.
Mm.
You have to question where you're going, where you want to be, and if that's still your path. Because sometimes you can start off saying, okay, I want to do this with this end game in mind. But sometimes that path changes. Sometimes your end goal can be
Mhm.
bigger, it could be different. So always just be aware and open to what you're doing and being aware and open of your surroundings and your mindset and your goals and your visions, all the above.
I like when you said question yourself because I feel like that has to do like with a lot of college majors. You know how they switch their majors a lot because you could start in one path and then you learn these things about yourself and you realize, hold on, I think I'll be good over here,
Yes.
and you have to change yourself. So it's always good to ask yourself every once in a while, is this what makes me happy? Is there something about myself that I don't see that other people are pointing out to me and I keep hearing it and it's like, okay, hold on, like, am I this way? Sometimes you do need to have conversations with yourself to see, what's really going on. And I agree with that.
Yes. Number 5, laugh.
Mm.
Laugh. Sometimes we take life far too seriously, Duffy said. Need proof? Duffy ran across information that revealed that kids laugh about 200 times per day. Adults laugh an average of 15 times per day. He suggested everything from seeing a funny movie to playing games like charades, apples to apples, etc.
That's crazy. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I call it being an adult. You know what I mean? You get more responsibility. So I get it. Like, it's hard. Like, I have a million things that I still have to get done, and it's hard to laugh. But I know that at the end of the day, me and my boyfriend, we go to bed early, okay?
Y'all
I
should
we
do, y'all old married couple.
but we're not even going to bed. I don't really go to bed till like 12 o'clock at night. We be up watching movies, stand up comedy shows. We don't be on our phone. That's our time to laugh and just enjoy each other's company. So I like that. Like, just it's simple. Laugh. Like, that even helps with wrinkles and stuff or something, right? Makes you look youthful. Laugh. Okay. Number 6, determine and live your personal values. Your values serve as an inner GPS system that guides you through life, helping you make the right decisions and keeping you on track, says Megan Walls, CPC, PCC, L, I don't know that, ELIMP certified executive life coach and owner of Conscious Connections. Knowing and living your values will lead a sense of balance, confidence, and fulfillment.
Hmm. Like before, just knowing your morals, knowing your values, it gives you a sense of balance. It gives you a sense of confidence. It gives you a sense of fulfillment. I believe in all of those things. like we said earlier, if you know you, if you know what you will accept and you know what you have and what you want, it fulfills you. It balances your life. It makes you just happy.
Amen. Like I love it. Y'all know I love my examples. Okay. I would figure example for me of this is your values. Like I don't mean to touch on this subject, but like being in a relationship, an abusive relationship or something of those that caliber. You know in your heart that's not the way your mother raised you. You know that's not something you're supposed to put up with. But yet sometimes we lose sight of values because of love or money or anything. But if you stick to your values and know what you'll put up with and know what you will not put up with, it gives you an easy way to make decisions. It gives you a reason why you make decisions. Like I will not put up with that because I was not raised like that and that is not my value. And it gives you kind of like an out, I would say. It gives you a purpose. It gives you a reason to do the things that you do. If you don't know your values and what you're fighting for or whatever, you're just blind and you'll accept anything and you'll do anything and it's not right. And you won't feel happy at all.
Now, to touch back on the, like, if we do that, like, if you're in an abusive relationship, we understand sometimes it is a control thing. And some people can't help when they're in those situations. And they can be raised in the most prominent home in the freaking world, but people have control over you. And it's your job, I should say, to, if you feel that you're not able to make those decisions, that you either reach out to like a professional or a friend or a family member, someone that can help guide you and be there for you, because you just never want to be stuck in a situation where it's not healthy or you're not happy or something that you definitely do not want.
And that comes back to your values. I totally agree with that. It comes, you have to, but it's something in you to make you call somebody to come and save you. You have to know your values and know what you will put up with and what you will not put up with. Because a lot of women, I feel like, when you're in a abusive relationship, you feel like you don't know what you're supposed to be enduring or what your values are or if you're willing to put up with that or if you love this person or whatever the case may be. Once you know you'll know, okay, I will not put up with this and this is not my fate and this is not how my life will be like for the rest of my life.
Number 7, identify and use your individual strengths. Using your strengths, Wall said, help you feel energized and empowered. Not sure what your strengths are? Wall's recommended Strengths Finder 2.0, which features 34 strengths themes and an assessment so you can find what your awesome strengths are.
I like that. Number 8, keep tabs on your thoughts. Without even knowing it, you might be caught in a vicious cycle of negative thoughts, which seem to sprout naturally. Not only do those thoughts sink our mood, but we also start to see them as truth.
Again, glass half full type of woman. And I really try not to have negative thoughts because I know the downward spiral that it can create. And once you start going down that hole, sometimes it seems impossible to get back out of it.
That's true. That is so true. It just takes your mood, takes your family, takes your money. It just, sucks the life out of you. And you have to seriously start thinking positively. Like, swap and shop, whatever we used to say. Like, swap those negative energies out and swap them in with positive energies, because the more you think negatively, the more those things will manifest and they might just come true. So you want to always think positively.
Number 9, practice gratitude. You'll find you shift your overall outlook on life when you come from a perspective of gratitude. Duffy said he suggests readers make a list of 3 things that you're thankful for every morning. This is an awesome exercise.
Actually, yeah, I like that exercise. That might be something I would want to incorporate in my life. Being thankful. It's just putting it right there in your face of
Yes.
seeing what you have to be thankful for. And you know that you could take that with you all day. I mean, it could be as simple as having food in your home, being with your family. You know, it's just, I love that exercise. I think we should all do that. Okay, let's move on to number 10. Discover or rediscover a passion. Take the time to consider your passions. For instance, Duffy's wife recently tried painting and found that she loves it and really is talented. Without a doubt, it has done great things for her overall sense of well being, he said.
Hmm.
You got to try different things. That's like taking a risk, like we said before. You have to see you know, as a kid, I'm like, oh, I never took no classes, no piano classes, nothing. So I won't be good at stuff like that. No, you have a different mind. You develop differently. You need to revisit things that you thought you weren't good enough for. You know what I mean? You're a different person now. And I feel like this is the time to find what is like a hobby or a passion. Like
Yes.
find something that brings you joy that you didn't think that you could do. That's what I take out of number 10.
Number 11, do what makes you happy first. Sometimes it can feel like you're going through your days on autopilot, and then that can get tedious and so depressing. Start your day off on a positive note by engaging and in doing enjoyable activities every morning.
I love that because that's something that I do. Like I'm in school right now and I make sure when I wake up in the morning I hit the gym because it makes me happy. It releases me. I feel more powerful after a workout. I feel like I can go through the day and achieve great things. I can finish my I feel more energy. Like I just feel more alive after I work out. So I try to start every morning, wake up, take my son to school, and head straight to the gym because that is something that will lift me up because there's nothing but positive energy when you go to a gym. If you're a gym head, I'm not a gym head, but I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week.
That's a gym head, y'all.
But in the gym, it's nothing but positive energy. I mean, people pump it to what is this, testosterone or whatever.
Yes. What
It's
the
like
hell? You got me saying it wrong. How you say it? To toss your Oh, no,
whatever it is. People when they work out, it is like hormones. I don't know the proper word. Don't quote me, y'all. But it makes people feel happy. It makes people want to have sex. I mean, you know, sex makes people happy. So working out to me really makes me positive. Number 12, just bear with us, y'all. We got 3 more. Get rid of rotten eggs. I mean, that's pretty self explanatory, okay? Get rid of them people that's so negative and that are bringing you down. That every time they come around, like, that's rotten eggs, that's nothing. You just like,
now.
ugh. Like, what? You woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Like, seriously, you need to go back and try again. Like, it happens to the best of us, but you don't want to be around that. And you know what I mean? Like, if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, my sister calls, she'll be like, okay, not today, Satan.
I sure do. I'm okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Mm, bye.
And sometimes you just have to protect yourself, and it makes the other person like, damn, okay, wait, hold on. Maybe I do need to reevaluate my situation here. So yes, identify those rotten tomatoes and identify how they feel and cut them motherfuckers loose.
Not saying someone can't have a bad day, but if you're around a person that's always negative, always just, mm, no. Unless they're bringing something positive into your life, they don't need to be in your life, honestly.
That's true.
You just don't. This brings us to number 13. Surround yourself with positive scents and sounds. Our surroundings can affect our well being. You can create a positive feeling at home with lemon, peppermint, or any other essential oils that you may love.
Mm.
They say that playing different kinds of music regularly, depending on your mood, can really increase your happiness and your thoughts and just your energies, period.
I like that because I know sometimes like when I'm feeling kind of off and I'll light some candles or something around the house, it makes the space feel more happier and light, having those smells, and it's like you know what I mean. And like music, oh my god, I love music, especially like if I'm cleaning up in the house. I'll either work out or I'll wake up cleaning up, and usually when I clean up the house I'll be playing music, and music always makes you feel happier
Happy.
and gets you in the groove and you
Yes.
start your day. So you need to find your niche, okay? If it's music, cleaning, I know my little sister, she used to say cleaning was very therapeutic for her. You know, like you need to find how you can start your day. You can start your day with facials. You can start your day with watering your plants. Something that when you see it, it brings happiness and positivity to your life. Try to start your morning with that every day. Number 14, get inspired. Find inspiration in everything from subscribing to a daily quote or listening to uplifting audiobooks or listening to Crazy Beautiful podcast every Friday on your way to work.
That part.
Anything that you do, try to find inspirational things. You know what I mean? Find something that will motivate you in life, that'll make you want to achieve happiness, achieve a career, anything that pushes you to be better and do better. Find inspirational books like our last episode of our self-help books. Those were inspirational to me. Find
Yes.
apps on your phone. I have an app on my phone and it gives me affirmations every hour. Actually, I have it set to every hour. So every hour on my Apple Watch, it'll send me a little encouraging affirmation. And you just need to find stuff that keeps you pushing. We know life gets in the way, things
Yes.
happen, but you need to find something that will push you through life.
When I think about getting inspired, I love that you have that app. I don't have that app, but I have my vision board literally right in front of me. And
Mm.
I put like little sticky notes on my walls of what I am. And then I have things behind me that say like wake, pray, slay. And in my wall over here says inhale confidence, exhale doubt. There's things all around me that inspire me. And that's how you get through, and that's how you just be your most authentic, successful self.
I agree.
Number 15, something that I do.
Mm.
Carve out time to meditate. Protect just a few minutes each day to sit, relax, and breathe. Duffy said people tend to think that meditation is complicated. It's not. You don't need much time or effort to meditate. It's a quiet, soothing, literally could be 3 minutes of your day.
I agree with that too. That's how I'm about to do a whole YouTube video on this Apple Watch because you're moving, you're constantly moving, you're working, you got kids, you got a lot going on. And I feel like my watch tells me I have an app and it's called Breathe. Okay, the app is called Breathe. And every hour I take 1 minute to breathe. And it counts down and it tells me when to inhale and when to exhale. You got to close your eyes, think nothing. It says clear your mind of all thoughts, worries, to do lists, agendas. Clear your mind, think of nothing. I know that's kind of hard. Like, how can you just not think of nothing? But you can just think of nothing and it'll count down for me and I'll go on about my day. And when I tell you that that app really helps me calm down and breathe and really focus on the things around me and the things that I have come in, because once I'm done, I have a clear mind. You know what I mean? Like you crowd it with so much thoughts and worries, and when you just sit back and clear it, then it allows your priorities to come in front and not have
Yes.
everything there at one time. You clear it and then your priorities will start swinging through like, oh, you gotta get me done, and you know what I mean? And it'll give you a time to reset. So yes, I love meditation.
Reset. So let's end this with a question for our viewers. What is the difference between finding yourself and creating yourself?
And you can answer these questions on our Facebook page at Crazy Beautiful Talks or our group page on Facebook, Crazy Beautiful Talks. Now, that's a private group, y'all. So just answer a few questions and we'll accept you.
Our next episode will be on how to create your best self. I hope you will join us with another episode
Of
of
Crazy
Crazy Beautiful Talks.